the Thai driver, and as all four of them start their 29th lap out of 33. As Albon there was doing the defense, and there he is. I mean, like 7th place for him in his Williams in the wet as well. I think not only Williams would be happy with that, but Albon himself would definitely be happy with that. As we go and have a look at the leaders now, Max Verstappen starts lap 30 out of 33 and is 8.3 seconds ahead of George Russell at the moment, and Alonso, I think, might have gone a bit wide there as he's caught up massively to Vettel. As Verstappen there laps another car, and that is now good, and that is lap 30 ticked off the list. We are on lap 31 now, on board with Max Verstappen there, going down the straight. I don't think we've ever really had a wet race ever in Spain. At the Catalonia track, for all I know, but this has just changed it massively. So no need for another wet race. We've already had one full of drama here, and that drama involving pit stops, teammate collisions, but a whole team going out of the race, and then a freak accident. As we have a look at the two AlphaTauri teammates, those two other teammates who collided. It wasn't really a good collision, but a collision is a collision, I guess. As we have a look at home hero Sainz, 2 laps to go in the F1 Monoposto Grand Prix. Verstappen leads from Russell, and then it's Sainz and Leclerc behind him, who laps another car there. I think that was Lance Stroll. So Sainz is in 3rd, then it's his teammate Charles Leclerc in 4th, then Perez follows up in 5th, and I think Bottas with that P6, he's going to be very happy indeed, bringing that back across the line. Albon is in 7th, another person who will be very happy with his result, especially in the rain like this. Vettel is 8th, Alonso is in 9th, trying to catch him up. 10th place is Hamilton, who rounds off the points at the minute. I don't think he'll be very happy bringing those points back to the base of Mercedes. Ocon is 11th. Then it's the two Canadian men of Latifi and Stroll. Then it is Daniel Ricciardo in 14th. Then the two AlphaTauri teammates. And then Lando Norris is the one at the back of the grid at the moment. As we've had 3 drivers go out of this race, Zhou Guanyu, Mick Schumacher and Kevin Magnussen all went out of this race. As Max Verstappen has started the final lap of this race, and well, it's been a brilliant start to the F1 Monoposto campaign for the Dutchman. He has absolutely shone throughout this race. There he is. He's rounding the final corner for the first ever F1 Monoposto race. It is Max Verstappen who wins the Spanish Grand Prix in the wet. And it's a brilliant second place for George Russell in the Mercedes. Home hero Sainz will come home in 3rd. Leclerc, who probably thought he had the victory in the bag until he pitted, will come home in 4th. A good enough drive from Leclerc. Perez, after falling down to 9th at the start of this race, finishes 5th. 6th place will be Valtteri Bottas, who will be a very happy man indeed. Albon will come home in P7 with Vettel in 8th. Hamilton managed to find a way past Alonso. He will finish in 9th. 10th place will be Alonso, who rounds off the points tally for everyone in this race. Ocon, the other Alpine, finishes 11th. Then it's the two Canadians, so Latifi and Stroll, who will come home in 12th and 3rd. Ricciardo is going to be 14th in the end. It's going to be then the two AlphaTauri teammates of Tsunoda and Gasly, plumb last in the end, will be Lando Norris. But a lovely race for Max Verstappen. Not only was it the victory, but also the fastest lap of the race for Max Verstappen. As Lando Norris, the final car, crosses the line in P17, in which was last place. But there is your first F1 Monoposto race done. Oh wait, no. Lando has still got another lap to do. But there you go, your first ever F1 Monoposto race finishes with a Max Verstappen victory, a George Russell second place, and home hero Sainz, who probably thought he had victory just like his teammate, finishes in 3rd. I think he'll be happy with that, with the home hero. Leclerc finishes 4th, 4 seconds ahead of Perez. 13 seconds then down the road was Valtteri Bottas in the Alfa Romeo. 7th place was Alex Albon. He is going to be very proud of that result. Then it was Vettel in 8th place. Hamilton finished in 9th, with Alonso finishing in 10th place. Ocon was 11th. Latifi was 12th, ahead of Lance Stroll. 14th place is Ricciardo, followed by the two AlphaTauris, and Lando Norris finishes the order a minute behind everybody else. And we've had 3 retirements in this race. The first one was Kevin Magnussen on lap 1, the first ever F1 Monoposto retirement ever belonging to him. Mick Schumacher, then after a clash with Lando Norris, which was why he finished a minute behind Pierre Gasly, retired secondly, which meant both Hasses retired from the race, and then after a freak accident between both AlphaTauris involving Daniel Ricciardo as well, who got caught up in it, Zhou Guanyu retired from the race after too much damage. And well, that there, folks, is your first ever F1 Monoposto race. We will be back in 2 weeks' time for the Canadian Grand Prix. We hope that you have enjoyed watching, and in 2 weeks' time we will see you in Canada at the Gilles Villeneuve circuit. I thank you, and that there was the first ever F1 Monoposto race, the F1 Monoposto Spanish Grand Prix. Thank you for watching, and this is your commentator, Cameron Simpson.